Hey guys, how's it going? So I just found this stone right round the corner of my house. So I was going to go further near the ruins, but I have to stay near my house because I'm expecting a delivery. And then I thought, there's some cool examples here. And the ones across the way there's too much wind, but then I noticed this one here. So this is where I'm crouched behind this truck and someone else in a phone call. And to talk about my theory that these are leftovers from Atlantis. So the story goes that around 12,000 years ago, Atlantis was at the peak of its civilization, and they began to get kind of negatively oriented, selfish. They moved away from this high state of spiritual evolution to a place of negativity, control, manipulation, became warring, and this created negative energies in their high frequency reality, which resulted in a meteorite strike which caused a mega tsunami which destroyed Atlantis. A few beings survived, a few great beings like Ra, Thoth, Osiris, I believe, who was perhaps Enki, the Anunnaki, Osiris from Egypt, same being. And they all went out to various places in the world and did their magic. Check out the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, there's a great description of what happened in there. And so I believe the beings like Ra and Thoth and Osiris, and these beings are moving around the world, perhaps not only in Egypt, and certainly parts of their family, parts of the Atlantean civilization, were responsible for these huge, great stone blocks. And if you notice, like I keep saying, they've got this like laser-like precision that you can see along the side, and also this one's got one of those cool nodules. If you saw my video yesterday about the portal, I was talking about these nodules. And so these blocks that are cut out with laser-like precision, while it's not impossible that like these could have been built by the Incas because they could have slowly chiseled away and ground them down and got these nice sharp edges, what is kind of impossible is where we see them built into structures in Cusco and literally across the street here, and I'll show you in a minute. I can show you now, I think, if we turn around. So yeah, you see how they're all slotted together here. And they're like some of the bizarre ones, like this one here. You see how bizarre that is, how it's all cut out, like 1, 2, 3, hey man, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 7 angles. Almost like the famous 11 angled stone that's on the Cusco beer bottles here. They've got these stones on the beer bottles. And so rather than showing some people's butts, I'll come back round this way. And so these amazing stones that are cut, you can see down here, like this cut perfectly straight, and it's got this strange nodule. And as I said yesterday, no one really knows why they've got these strange nodules on them. I think it's something to do with frequency and vibration to tune them. Someone commented on my video yesterday, they think it's to do with moving the stones, like literally like lifting them or something. However, in the portal yesterday, they weren't moved, it was cut out of the mounting. So certainly in that case, it probably wasn't the case. And so we can see the nice straight edges here, and in places like Cusco, to a certain extent in Machu Picchu, and Sacsayhuaman, I keep naming the same places, but also in other parts of the world, like Puma, somewhere in Bolivia. Was it Tiwanaku? Or I think Tiwanaku in Bolivia, that might be another Peruvian site. It's Puma Punku, I think is that Peru or Bolivia? I'm not sure. Up near Lake Titicaca, and also in Egypt, in the temples in Egypt, they use the same structure, the same or very, very similar, bizarre, where they've cut these rocks together and slotted them together. And like I say, it's not so impossible for the Incas to cut them like this. But what is impossible in some situations, these rocks are the size of small houses, and they've all been slotted together with perfection. So what's not so hard is to cut them like this, but to cut several hundred of them and then slot them together perfectly, it's almost impossible, and architects, engineers can't reproduce this today. And a lot of people believe, I think in the Law of One, I've not read it all, but my friend tells me that in the Ra material, the Law of One, Ra says that they literally melt them with their consciousness. They just put their consciousness along it and raise the frequency and create a vibrational state that just melts them. So it's like they almost seem like melted together, and we can see this a bit here. So here we've got an interesting example, good example of a stone. This one right here, you can see how tricky that is. Like they've melted them all, they've like created this structure, and they all fit together perfectly. And like, it's a great example here, like you can't fit a razor blade or a piece of paper between that. If you look at like modern structures, like even the cathedrals, the Gothic cathedrals of Europe and the UK, they are spectacular, but they still use mortar. They're not capable of slotting the stones together so that they create solid structures that last thousands of years. And so this is an advanced technology. I truly believe it is most likely from the beings of Atlantis. A lot of people have channeled this. Bashar talks about this, and many people, Graham Hancock, talk about this. There's a great series on Gaia. If you look at, I can't remember what it's called, but if you look up, search Peru on Gaia, there's a series where some guys, it's quite old now, go around and look at this. They theorise the same, that it's not built by the Incas, it's built by a much older civilization. And so if you look here behind me, behind this lady, you notice that's a replica. They draw, that's a fake one, you know, they just stick it on the panels. And look along here, great examples of it. So these stones are like, I know that they must weigh a ton, more than a ton, some of them 2 tons, and these are just small ones. Like the ones at Sacsayhuaman are huge. They're like up to that second window up there, literally, possibly a little bit higher, and they must weigh, I don't know, 100 tons or something, and they're all slotted together like they've been like Lego, like someone's put them together with Lego building blocks. And so look at it. I mean, it is pretty spectacular example here. Like, this isn't stick-on fascia like where the lady was sat. These are huge, like 1-ton blocks of stones, all fitted together with precision. It's actually a much better example than I realised. Very lucky to live right near this, so I don't miss my parcel delivery. So yeah, more videos coming soon. We'll take you to the main temple site, just over there. You see, maybe make it out just there, that's the main temple site, and we'll talk about it more. So have a great day, guys. Shibai.